So Rakhi, what we learn in our Friday session?
Uh-huh.
In our Friday session, we just discuss about some validations in our form tag. Whenever we submit our form,
Uh, our voice is still cracking.
still cracking.
Yes. Sure. Hello.
Yeah. In okay, now it's coming clear, Rakhi. Hello.
Now it's better.
Okay. Now in our Saturday of oh sorry Friday session, we discuss about the validation, PHP validation, how we validate our inputs. Okay, Raki.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's see the code. What we have done in coding. We just check is our form submitted or not. Before that, why we use this $ERR? Did you remember that? Why we use that variable?
Uh-huh. Yes,
First,
okay.
this variable $ERR,
Let me get my oh, okay.
my screen is sharing or not, Rakhi?
Why the screen? Okay. Now it is coming up.
Now it's coming. Okay, this is our simple coding on index.php. We use firstly we declare a variable $ERR with blank. Do you remember why we declared that variable?
Yes. Yes.
Why we declared? Tell me the reason why we declared that variable, Rakhi.
ERR?
Yeah, yeah, first variable ERR, $ERR, this one.
Uh,
You forward, okay. Let's revise again. Because of to showing our error message. Just for showing error message, we here just initialize with blank, and whenever our username or password, yeah, is blank, then we just assign a string into our variable. Here we didn't echo our error message, we just echo our error message after the text box here. I just show you that my because we can use the PHP tag within the HTML coding. I just show you by using the error message, by using the showing the error message. You understand? We can use.
no, I want to know one thing.
Yeah.
ERR is for taking the to the second line, right?
Yeah.
Or it is for the okay, I want to see the
Yeah.
result.
1 second. Yeah. This one. Mm. Yeah. We just initialize with blank. Okay. Firstly, we just initialize with blank. Then, whenever our code executes when this code executes, whenever our form is submitted, then only this code will execute. Okay. Now, within this code, if our username and password, $username and the password means our input types is blank. We are just checking this our input type blank or not. Did you get the point? If that these inputs are blank, then only we just assign a value, a string value means a message that please enter username and password into our variable. Now in our $ERR we have a message. Okay. Okay, if this condition is true, then the else part will not be executes, and our control goes to here, and we just echo our variable, nothing else. We just echo whatever be in our variable, we just echo that variable. Did you understand the logic? You,
Okay, yes.
Okay, just tell me why this is not blank. When I'm just at the first time, I'm not using any inputs within our text boxes and clicking on login button directly. Then please enter username and the password. Okay, this will show because of our $ERR.
Oh,
Did you get the point?
yes.
Why it is not
Now I
showing?
understand.
Why it is not showing on the simple refresh? On the simple refresh, if I just refresh it, why it is not showing?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Because it is not good.
Yeah, because we every time,
Because
yeah, because of this, whenever we execute this PHP file, every time we just initialize our variable with blank. Blank, yeah, means our variable is printing or echoing, but blank value. Blank means nothing. Okay, that's why in every refresh, in this line of code, where in this line of code, printing nothing. If we just submit our form without taking any input from in the text boxes and clicking on login button, then this variable, we just overwrite the value of our variable to this string, a message with the message. Okay, so so next, if this line of code will execute, means echo, this line of code executes, so our variable have the message, is just simply print that message, nothing else. A simple logic.
okay.
Do you have any problem how we
And
print? Yeah,
where we have different please enter username and password here.
we just assign the username and password, a message into a variable in if condition. We checked if username equals
Got it.
to blank or password
Now I
equals
understand.
to blank. Then enter username and password. We just assign it. And in this case, we just directly echoing. So that message is showing in our top of our page. This in here, if we are directly echo, so this will show in before everything starts.
Yeah.
Let me show you. If I just enter wrong username and wrong password, then our next condition will execute else condition, and that condition checks is our username password is correct. If not, then just showing our, we are just showing or echoing a error message. Username or password is not correct. That we are not echoing our variable. Let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, if we are not entering any value, then we are assigning a message and printing in bottom of after the text box. Okay, now in the else condition, if the username and password is not equals to Rakhi, then not equals to, this is the true condition, so else part will execute and we just simply echoing. Now my requirement is I want to echo that message also in the same place. Same place means in the same variable we can assign that value also. Just tell me we can do that or not. I'm just assign, or you can say the override the value of $ERR. Okay, is that correct or not? Now, what is the flow? First you have to know the flow of execution. Okay, Raki, you have to know flow of execution, how our file, how our code executes. Whenever we submit, whenever we refresh, how our code executes. First, whenever we just simply refresh, let me show you. Whenever we just simply, I just refreshed, nothing else. Now our execution start from first line, from the first line, top left corner, from the top left corner here. our execution starts. Okay, now our compiler just acknowledge that PHP coding is now started, and we just initialize. So every time there is no condition before that $err equals to blank. So every time whenever we refreshed, our $err will be assigned with blank. Okay, this is just starting. Okay, now we are checking a condition: is our form is submitted or not? We already discussed about this condition. Means this condition will only true when our form is submitted. The form is submitted means whenever we clicked on login. So in the simple refresh we didn't click anything. In the simple refresh, let me show you again. Yeah, in the simple refresh we didn't click on the our button, so our form is not submitted. So this condition will false. This condition will false. So this condition, the whole condition, if start from that curly brackets, and with this curly brackets, nothing will be execute. Did you get the point? If the condition is false, then all this code within the if condition will not going to execute. A simple. Okay, Rakhi? Now execution will not execute this code, so our compiler execute next line. So compiler get the end of PHP tag, and now our compiler just execute HTML coding. A simple HTML coding. In the HTML coding, every time we get a two text boxes and button, and within this coding we just echoing our $err. So if we didn't go to if condition, means we are not going into if condition. So what is the value of $err, Raki?
It's blank.
Yeah, blank. So it is printing every time our variables value, our variable value. But in the every refresh, our value is blank. So there is nothing in this place. There is nothing. Okay. Now let's see the next condition. Next condition means whenever we just submit our form without entering anything, we just submitting. Yeah, I just clicked on login. Means our form is submitted. Means every time we submit, again whole execution starts from this line. From this line. Okay. We just submitted our form. We submitted means our form is refreshed, but with form submission. So this line start from this line. Our variable again assigned with blank. Now this condition is true. Whenever we clicked on login, this condition is true. Do you get the point why this condition is true? Now, if this condition is true, then coding between the if condition will execute. Simple. This coding will be executes. What is in our coding? We just fetch the value from first input tag, first text box, second text box. We just get the value. After getting value, we just checking is our value is blank or not. Means if we didn't enter anything, either first or second text box, then we just assigning a message into $err, our simple user defined variable $err. We are assigning a simple message: please enter username and password. Yeah, it is correct message. If we are not assigning or not entering any value into our text boxes, yeah, this is correct message for that. Is that so, Rakhi? Now if this condition is true, then else will not execute. Simple else will not execute. Where else stops here. Okay, if it's true, then this condition will execute, but else part will not going to execute. Our else if rule. Okay, Raki. Now our execution control goes to here. This is the end of our if condition. A simple above if condition. This is else condition. This part will not execute. This is the end of our if condition, and simple this code will execute again. Now this time we have the value in $err. What we have in this condition, Raki?
In this condition, it just show the output box without a error message.
Now, in this condition, whenever we just clicked on without entering anything, we can see a message.
Oh, yes.
Why? We just assign that message in the if condition.
In error.
Yeah, in ERR.
This condition, yes.
Yeah, now ERR is printing, so we are just getting a message. Okay. Now my requirement is if we enter wrong username password, then also I get the message in the same place but right message. Now
Yeah, the username and the password is incorrect. Yeah, not correct.
yeah. Now if this means we have the value in username and password text boxes, so this condition will not execute. When, one second, let me show you. When I just enter anything in these two text boxes and click on login, so we are getting username or password is not correct, means this is right message, appreciate table message. Is that so?
Yes.
This is correct message. Okay, how we get that message? Let's see. Now we just
Sure.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
we just assign here. How we assign here? Let's see. Rakhi, please be online. I have one call, urgent call. Please be online. हाँ चिकली जी, हेलो.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we just seeing the third condition. If our username and password is wrong, okay. So this if will not execute. F will execute this in the this else. This if will be false also. So this part will execute. In this part, we just assigning a username and password into our error variable. We just take that error variable. Okay. Now this code will execute. This code every time this code will execute if we are on the same page. Okay. Now this time we just echo $err. Now in this $err we have the message that username and the password is wrong. So we done all the error message with the same variable and same place. If we didn't enter, then please enter username and password. If we enter wrong, then we get this appreciable. Yeah, username and password is not correct. Means correct messages. We are getting correct messages with the same variable in the same place. Okay. Now tell me any confusion
No.
with this code. You can simplify. How we can simplify? Yeah, there is too many if else. That's why I got confused sometime. Okay, I'll simplify that after in the next session. Okay, because we will get we have to 15 years. If I take if else, then another variable. No, okay, we will just simplify that in our next session. Okay, this is our simple validation. This validation is called the server side validation. Okay, Rakhi.
Yes.
Now, there is one kind of validation more, means the client side validation have two types: client side validation and the server side validation. We just see the server side validation. Why we call this server side validation? Because code executes on the server. Means these code, all this code executes on the server. Okay, Rakhi. Now, what is the client side? Client side means our form, before the form submitting, we execute our code and we will tell that is valid or not. Means our text boxes have the value or not. In the client side means before submitting our form, we will check the values of these text boxes. Did you get the point?
Yes.
Means in the first condition we are just checking the value of text boxes in the server side with the PHP language. PHP language is client server side is scripting language. Okay, so whatever with the code in PHP, it will execute only in server. Okay, it will not execute in the client side. What is the client side and server side? Client side means if any code, we have two languages that is called client side scripting language, the JavaScript and the jQuery. Okay, Kushi? Okay, Rakhi? Two languages are the client side scripting language. Okay, now if we just these two languages, if we use this any one of these language, that language will execute with the help of browser. Means browser can understand these languages and understand that logic within that languages. Means our browser executes all the code and and send it to the server if needed. Otherwise it will show the message that you didn't enter username and password, and our form will not submit it till now. We will enter the username and the password. Okay, this is the logic behind the client side and the server side. Now in our coding we will see the client side scripting language, JavaScript. Okay, you have to know about the JavaScript in the beginner, at the beginner level. If you are learning PHP, you have to know about the JavaScript also. Okay, now let's see how we write the code of JavaScript. We just write code within this script tag. If you want to write the code of JavaScript or jQuery, you have to write all the code within this script tag. This tag is a HTML tag. Okay, HTML provide a tag. We use that tag to writing the code of JavaScript and jQuery. What is the JavaScript and jQuery? JavaScript and jQuery is a client-side scripting language. Okay, Raki?
Okay.
Now, in this, before using this language, I have to tell you something. There is some events also in our every tag of HTML. Means this is one tag of our HTML input tag. This is a form tag. Every tag have the events. Okay, what kind of event? Let's see. One second, let me just. Okay, you run the Facebook also. Do you use Facebook? Yeah, in the Facebook, I will explain you with the Facebook what is the events. Yeah, if I just mouse over on this image. I didn't click anything. then I will get, yeah, this is loading. Yeah, I'll get this pop-up. If I remove the mouse over in mouse over this name, I will get the information. So I didn't click anything. This is a event of this text. This is a anchor tag, a link. Event of link, mouse over link. Whenever we just mouse over on that link, a pop-up window or a descriptive or description will show. We can show the description. Okay, this is the event. This is called the event. Okay, so we have so many events. Whenever I just click, one second, our code. Yeah, in this code, if we write anything in our text box, then we have the event for that also. Means on key press, whenever we just press anything, we can fire a event. This is also a event. Okay, I will show you how we use that event. This button, this is the login button. Okay, Raki. Yeah, this is a login button. Okay, if we click, so there is a event on click. Let me show you on click for that button. Means we, whenever we clicked our button, this event will fire. On change, on blur, on click, on double click, on focus, on key down. These all are the events. Okay, let me show you on click event. This is on click event. Within this on click event, you can use or you can call a JavaScript function. Just name that function. How we call the our PHP function? A user defined function. Just we just write the name of that function with the small brackets. Means F1. Let me, I'll just assume that, oh sorry, F5, just write Fi F1. Okay, this is a simple function of JavaScript. We can call the function within the events only JavaScript jQuery function. Let me show you. This is the calling. Just concentrate on this. This is just a calling. Okay. Now we should have the definition of function also. What is the logic of behind the function? There is a definition and there is a calling. Okay. Let me show you how we create the function with JavaScript. Function, this is a predefined keyword in JavaScript and our function name F1. Small brackets and within the parenthesis I get I'll explain you what, yeah, I'll explain what is the alert. In alert, I can write any message. Okay, let me show you code. After that only I will explain what is this pop-up box. This pop-up box called alert box. Okay, this pop-up box just keep in your mind. This is a alert box. Okay, and we got the message within the alert box. Hi, how we get that message? This is the coding of JavaScript. Okay, within this coding I just define a function of JavaScript. Function is a keyword and F1 the name of our function. You can take any name. Okay, Rakhi. Now within this function I simply just alert. This coding is used to show a pop-up box, or you can say the alert box. Whatever you write within this single code, it will show you on the alert box. Okay, now this is just a simple definition. It will not execute automatically. We have to call this JavaScript function F1, then only the code between this function will execute. Okay, Raki? Now, where we just call that function here on click, on the on click event. On click, I just call the function F1. Okay, Raki? This is the event of button, our input submit button, and we are just calling a function whenever just click the button means this is the event. On which event? On click event. On click event, I'm calling a JavaScript function, a simple code. Whenever a button click, this function will call, and a code between this function will execute. A simple.
Yes, and that is always called an HTML coding.
Yeah, no, that is the JavaScript coding. That is,
We can call a JavaScript function in HTML coding.
yeah, we can call the event. In every event, we will call the JavaScript and jQuery functions only. Means we don't have to just define that this is coding of JavaScript. Same as the PHP. We have to define in case of PHP. If we are using PHP coding within the HTML code, we have to define with this start tag and the end tag. We are using PHP start tag and tag means we are defining this code means echo err is PHP code. But in case of JavaScript and jQuery, we don't have to define that function is JavaScript function because it's automatically assume that the function have the JavaScript function. Okay, in the HTML there is no functions. In the HTML is a simple tag based language. In the tag based language, or you can say the markup language, you can't create the functions. You can create the function only JavaScript, jQuery, and the any server side language. We are just studying about the PHP. In the PHP also. Okay. Now, this is just a calling of function, and this is the definition of function. Whenever we call this function, our function executes. Now, our text box have also event. Let me show you. On key press. Yeah, let me show you on key press. On key press means whenever we enter anything in our text box, we can call any function. We just call the same function of JavaScript. Let me show you what will be the output. I just refreshed this. Now this is username. Okay, whenever I just press any key from my keyboard, I got the hello message. Why I got the hello message, Raki? Because whenever I just press anything, my key press event will fire, and in that event I'm just calling a function of JavaScript. What is in my function? In my function I just use alert box with the hello string. Means if I just say okay, means I just press D. I, again if I press anything, yeah, this message will show again. Did you notice that? Yeah, and also on click also the same message. We got the same message because on the both of the events, in the both of the events means on the login button on click event and the key press event, we call the same function. You can see that we call the same function. Okay, Raki. So this is calling of JavaScript function within our tag. We don't need this one right now. Okay. And also here we don't need this one. We need that function in on submit. Our form tag have an event on submit. This is an event of our form tag. We are calling validate means before submitting our, one second, I have to write validate and one return type. We already see the return type function 1 second.